Have you ever sensed shadows inside of you that were so deep they felt ancient, like they've been passed down through generations, as if they were so intense that they didn't consciously make sense why they were there? For years, I felt the same way. Those shadows lived inside of me too. I've also heard from many women I've worked with over decades that they too have had this experience. And I've discovered that these memories are often connected to the wounding of the feminine. You see, the suppressed feminine isn't just a story of the past. It also lives in our bodies, our voices, and our fears. And for many years, I was lost in these shadows and lost in even understanding how to work with them. Until Mary Magdalene began to show up in my life in powerful visionary states and showed me another way. She revealed something I hadn't fully experienced before. She showed me how to powerfully heal these dense contractions of pain that came from this life and beyond, which lived within me. And then she showed me how this powerful divine healing has the ability to activate awakening and inner embodiment. I've now seen what she has taught me have profound and significant shifts in countless people's lives. This is why I teach it now and why I'm offering these 5 days of Magdalene activation. So I want to welcome you here to day one. My name is Dr. Melissa Sophia Joy. I'm an oracle, healer, naturopathic doctor, and founder of Sophia Healing Academy. And with the help of Mary Magdalene, the powerful healing modality in spiritual practice known as Somatic Awakening. In today's Magdalene activation, in day one, we journey into the descent, where healing begins by witnessing what's been suppressed and silenced so that we can begin to heal it, and so that we can step deeper into reclaiming the sacred inside of us. So let's begin. I want to begin by talking a little bit about Mary Magdalene's story, because her story is not just history. For many of us, it echoes in our bones and in our souls. She was a woman and is a spirit of profound spiritual power, of deep love and sacred knowing. And yet her story was attempted to be rewritten. Her voice, her power, her truth were buried under layers of projection, mistruths, and fear. And in that rewriting, they attempted to erase her, to brand her, to diminish her. She was called a prostitute, a sinner, a woman to be pitied. However, we now know that these untruths were never true. And as a matter of fact, the Catholic Church admitted this grave injustice and these untruths in 1968. But no matter what happened, they could never erase the truth that she carried in her soul and the light that she was and still is. Far beyond the church's distortion, Mary Magdalene always held the inner mysteries of love, of divine union, of knowing the body as holy. And she walked with Yeshua, not behind him, not beneath him, but beside him, as a teacher, as an initiate, as an equal. And in the Gospel of Philip, one of the Nag Hammadi Gospels that was hidden but has been uncovered, she was called his koinonos. This is a Greek noun which translates to partner, sharer, companion, and even spouse. And when he was dying, she did not run. She remained, and she was the one that he arose to. So in 2023, she was given the official title, the Apostle to the Apostles, which she was, by Pope Francis. She is a keeper of the sacred flame. She's a holder of the divine Christ Sophia mysteries and the divine union of love and truth, divine and human, within us. So within her own story and experience, she showed us that the descent is a sacred stage in the journey of healing. It is within this very difficult, seemingly pressurized time where diamonds are made, where great wisdom is uncovered. And the descent is not a failure, it is a sacred initiation and preparation. I know that I would not be here today doing what I'm doing, teaching what I'm teaching, if I wasn't taken so far down into my own descent. Almost 20 years ago, I went into a decade-long dark night of the soul journey where it felt like almost everything was taken away. And I landed in a soup of trauma that was overwhelming. My own from this lifetime, the lineage of my family, and past lives that span thousands of years. And after working with numerous healers, going through multiple initiations and more, I finally came to a point where I realized that the only way through was through deep, profound surrender. And so I did. I deeply surrendered. And weeks later, I had this very intense flu with a very high fever I was just coming down from. And I was awakened in the middle of the night with my first very profound vision of Yeshua and Mary Magdalene. And they came to me and they told me, it's time for you to remember what you came here to remember. And it's time for you to share with others what you remember. And within a few days, Mary Magdalene started coming to me on a daily basis for weeks at a time, teaching me what I now teach, what I now call Somatic Awakening, specifically the practice where we learn how to align with our higher self and the divine presence that's within our higher self to bring this higher awareness, this lived clairgnosis, this lived divinity inside of us that we experience, and we bring it into a relationship with the density that we hold within. And as the light meets the darkness and the darkness trusts the light and opens to the light, incredible, profound alchemical transformation occurs. The energy and the emotion held within any contraction within us dissolves, literally dissolves. And from this experience, from more and more divine frequencies moving in our being and in our awareness, we move into multiple states of awakening and embodiment. So let's go ahead and bring it in so that you can more experience what I'm talking about. So I invite you to close your eyes and I ask you just to sit with these questions and notice what arises. Where have you been silenced? Where have your emotions been too much? Where did you learn that it was unsafe to be seen? Maybe you were told to be quiet. Maybe you were praised for being the good girl, but only when you dimmed your light. Maybe the wild, intuitive part of you was shamed or feared. Whatever shape it took, you are not alone with this wound. It's ours. It's part of the collective of the feminine wound. And it's part of the lineage of the feminine that we are healing. So I invite you to take a few deep breaths in as we go even deeper and to feel, to sense into the place inside of you that still carries this wound inside. Where in your body do you feel the imprint of this wound? Perhaps it's in your throat where you felt silenced, or your heart where you felt wounded, or your solar plexus where your power has been suppressed. Notice where that story lives inside of you right now. And as you allow your awareness to drop into this place inside of you, I invite you to welcome whatever is arising without needing to change it. And I invite you now also to feel your higher self, your spirit, showing up, being fully present with this energy. Just feeling your higher self here with this energy inside of you in relationship. And allow and notice what's here without trying to force anything. And notice how this wounded part inside of you responds. Any response is welcome. And as you take the time to more thoroughly come into connection to the wound with the higher self present here, notice if this wounded part of you has something that it wants to say or that it needs. Just notice. Just allow. Listening deeply. And noticing that the higher self part of you has the ability to deeply listen, to be in powerful, impeccable presence. And if there is a specific need that this part desires, that the higher self can fully show up for what is needed. Perhaps that's more love, more care, more presence. Maybe it's something else. Just notice. Become aware of this powerful relationship. And just noticing that your higher self is fully supporting this part of you inside. It might convey the words or the energy of, I see you, I honor you, I will not leave you, I love you. And just take that in. Notice how that feels. Allowing it to receive what it most needs. And noticing how it feels to receive. Acknowledging that this part of you, the one that feels wounded, is not broken. She is not too much. She is the doorway. With this, beloved, we open to sacred transmission with Mary Magdalene. We call upon the highest frequencies of the law of love and the law of one, the highest frequencies of Christ consciousness, an alignment with the pure soul force and awareness that is Mary Magdalene. And when I speak again, we'll be in transmission. Beloved, I am so delighted to be with you here in this journey of transformation over these next 5 days and beyond, to open the doorways of healing, of awakening, of embodiment. But the most significant thing is to activate the current of divine love that is always flowing within you, that has the ability to transform the deepest wounds, even the parts of you that say they're so overwhelming you may never heal. This love, this unending divine love, has the ability to show up exquisitely and the exact frequencies, the exact things that are needed so that you can transform that which is not you. This density that is within your psyche, that is within your somatic body, so that you can be free to live who you truly are, to live the frequencies of the divine that you are, and to merge the frequencies of the divine with your holy human existence. This is a very powerful part of inner union that we'll be talking about later on this week. But in this inner union, it begins with the union of the light of the divine, with the darkness of the shadow, the density of the trauma within the shadow. So it allows the density of the trauma within the shadow to be transformed in a way that allows you to step fully into your divine inheritance of living, knowing yourself as one with the joy, the love, the frequencies, the support, and all that becomes reactivated as you awaken this frequency inside of you. This is the time, beloveds. The time is now. There are many different paths, but if you are feeling an alignment with these words, with these frequencies, with this path of transformation, we welcome you. We welcome you to these 5 days, but more significantly, we welcome you to this deeper path, and even deeper, we welcome you back to yourself. So with this, I end this transformation in this space and time. I'll be coming through much more over the next few days. And again, I'm delighted to have you with us. I see and feel and sense each one of you here and this time and throughout time, including all of you who are watching this in the future. So much love. You are held beyond what you can even imagine. And with this, we end this transmission in the space and time. Amen. And so it is. So, beloveds, I invite you to take 3 full deep breaths in and out as you more fully integrate the frequencies that are here. And the frequencies will be building as we go through our time together. And I so appreciate that you chose to spend this time with me today, whether you are here in this time, July 2025, or watching this way in the future. I invite you to watch all 5 days if it resonates with you. And remember with today, with the descent, that the descent is not a mistake, it's sacred. And it's helping you to reclaim the truth of who you are. So if these teachings feel resonant to you, and if you're called, I invite you to subscribe to this channel, to like this video, to comment. I'll be answering all comments, and to share this video if you are called. And I also invite you to join us for the rest of the series over the next few days. Tomorrow on day 2, we're going to be talking about From Ashamed to Empowered, Mary Magdalene's teachings every woman needs, which will help you shift from shame to sovereignty. And if you are here with us in July 2025, I invite you to consider joining us for the live Magdalene Feast Day event we're going to be having on July 22nd, where we will activate the Magdalene Christ Sophia codes within us. You can see the information below on how to join us for that event. And again, thank you for joining me. Much love and many, many blessings to you.